All right, so we got the 66 Mustang, and I put the battery on the charger because it's been cold here in Texas, central Texas, but I haven't driven this thing, shame on me. I haven't even started in like a month. So it shows the battery's fully charged, but we get this. So we got to figure this out. I got the terminals here. I got them all cleaned off. I wire brushed them. I used baking soda on them. They should be completely clean. I should have good connection everywhere. That should be good. I'm gonna put the jumper cables on, or the battery charger on, and put it on boost and see what happens here. All right, so we put the battery charger on start. We're still getting the same thing. I'm wondering if I need to give a little shot to the starter. Maybe that spring is stuck. Let's see what happens here. All right, it's cold out here this morning, but let's give it another shot and see what happens after that. Nope. I got to troubleshoot this one. Okay. All right, so let's look at the voltage on this. We got 12. We're going to look at it with, well, we're cranking the engine over, so let's see if it goes below 10. So when you saw me cranking the ignition over and you saw the volts go below 10, it actually went below 3. That means we got battery issue. And when I looked, if you look on the side of the battery, I'll show you here in a second, there's a sticker that said 919. That means my battery is about 5 years old. So we went and got a new battery, went to my favorite place, O'Reilly. Got the new battery, 700 cold cranking amps, just like the one I had. Got the one with the 3-year warranty on it. Batteries you're going to see these days don't get more than 3, maybe 4 years on them, as far as I know, unless you're going with some, super expensive battery like an Interstate maybe or something like that. But this battery will do me just fine. I really do need to get a battery box for this car. Shout out to my older brother Steve, who hates the old factory tie downs that are on here because they're just a long J hook with threads on the end. You put a nut and a hook on the end of it. So this battery's a little tall too, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt getting it in there, but I get it in there in a couple of minutes, and then we'll see if this thing starts up. So here we go. Got the new battery in, got it tightened down. Got to use the pliers as a hammer, but we're just getting these connections put back on to make sure that this thing cranks over, and then I'll tighten them up. I almost forgot to put that piece of felt down there. I'm not sure everybody uses those things these days, but whatever. I got my my quick disconnect for the battery there. I use that hammer. There we go. We used to call that the universal fix-all back in the day, but we'll get this thing tightened up and see if it turns over. Nothing better than the smell of old V8 exhaust. All right, there we go. So, we had a battery on the charger for a couple days. It showed green as a test on the charger. It showed that it had 12.65 volts with the meter, but when we cranked it over, it dove down below 3, which meant the battery's cold cranking amps were just awful. The battery was done. So we got the new battery put in, and don't give me any crap about my hood prop. I got a fiberglass hood on this. I don't like the way it looks with springs on it because it makes the hood bow. So we just pinned the hood down and let it go, and that's my prop rod. So no grief about that, but hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. If you don't mind, see you on the next one.